Hey, how's it going, everyone? I've been asked to show the various means of dust collection I have around my shop, garage, which is basically things that are constantly moving around, and different types of dust collection I have set up for my CNC as well as table saw and everything else. So let me show that to you guys right now. So my first dust collector that I have is this Milwaukee vacuum. Basically, I can plug in my M18 batteries. Comes with various attachments, and it has that. It has like the stick thing you can put on down there. I recommend everybody have a vacuum just to get miscellaneous things around the shop. So that is method number one. All right, over here at my miter saw station, this moves around a lot, so I needed a simple dust collection type thing. So I have the upgraded dust collection chute from Shop Nation. Basically gets right up against there, that sucks it up really nice, and then it feeds back. And then what I have is basically just the Home Depot bucket head vacuum that feeds into a 5-gallon bucket. So, and then that is attached to one of those anti or delay devices that's on Amazon. So basically, as soon as I turn on my miter saw, the vacuum kicks on. The vacuum kicks on after about a second and turns off after about one more second. All right, so my third method of dust collection is underneath my work table here. So this is a 4x4 foot work table that I basically cut in half, and I enclosed one half of it. And as you can see, there's a hose coming out, and I have it going into my table saw there. Basically, I can take that hose off and I can hook it up to sanders or anything else. So this is kind of my multi-purpose dust collection system. I can hook it up to my joiner, my planer. I just take that hose off and move it. But basically, I enclosed it. The hose used to be coming out here before I flipped everything around. Under here, I have way in the back it's like a 2-gallon shop vac, and I have it hooked up to one of these like Cyclone dust separators going into a Home Depot bucket. So you can see everything goes in there. I empty this out frequently. I pretty much never have to empty out the shop vac. And you can see the hose is like snaked all up in here because I can pull it out as long as I need to from the other side. So I have a couple sound dampener sponge things in there, but for the most part, this is super quiet. Whenever the table saw is running, having it enclosed like that really keeps everything nice and quiet. So that is my third method of dust collection that I use. And going along with the dust collection that's underneath my workbench, I have that coming and plugging into another one of the automatic switches. I'm going to have these linked on Amazon. So this is very similar to the one I'm using for my miter saw. But basically, the vacuum comes in and plugs into it, and then I can plug in two tools. So I can plug in the table saw, a joiner, planer, whatever, and it will automatically turn the vacuum on when the tool turns on. So I can turn on my table saw right now, which is plugged in. You can hear it kick on. And then when I turn it off, it takes about another 2 or 3 seconds. And then that kicks it off as well. So that's really awesome, and I use it all the time. The reason I got this one is because this doesn't, so you may have noticed that took like 3 to 5 seconds to turn off. This one takes like 1 second, and you can adjust it on here, how many seconds you want to take to clear it out. So those are super helpful. Those will be linked down below. Okay, so the last method of dust collection that I have in my shop is specifically for my CNC machine. So I have it going down into this box. Now this box is made out of just OSB. Literally had a sheet laying around, so I just made a box and I made it to the dimensions of the dust collector. So inside of there is a Wen, the orange one dust collector from Amazon. I don't know what the prices are now, but it was one of the most affordable ones, which is why I got it. And inside of there, I have this like egg crate sound dampening material. You get them on Amazon. They comes vacuum sealed like this, and then they expand. So there's like 5 or 6 of those in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so looking at this a little bit closer, I don't have to empty this all the time, but when I do, it's kind of a multi-step process. Now everything in my shop is a little bit janky, but it's functional because I just don't have time to make anything like super nice. So basically what I have to do is I first just take off the hose here, and then it's going in here, and I have one screw holding it up. Basically there's a door with hinges on the bottom. So I take it out, the door opens, I have some of these inside of here. So this is going around the entrance. And basically, yeah, this is it. Kind of see inside of there. Basically just a normal Wen dust collector. I have a couple of the sound dampeners on the back side around it, and then there's a little bit of space in the back. But basically, I have this running for about a year now without any issues. It doesn't get super hot. There's enough gaps in this box that I made to let heat escape. Right now it's about, I just emptied it not too long ago, so that fills it up. But yeah, I basically undo the clamp. I can undo the hose whenever I need to, but this is just enough for my CNC. I just kind of throw these guys back in there, throw it up, throw my screw back in, and we're good to go. Then I have this whole thing right here on a switch. So it's coming up. I can turn the switch on. Turns on the dust collector. I can turn that off right there. So yeah, that's it. That's my garage. Instead of having one nice dust collector with vents going to everything, I have like 4 different things that I use. I use the vacuum. I use the bucket head on the Home Depot bucket for my miter saw. I have a shop vac with the dust separator under my table, and then I have the Wen dust collector under my CNC. For my purpose, it works great for what I need. I don't have the space, or nothing is in here permanently to have one dust collector to be used for like everything. So that's what I'm using. Hopefully you guys can use this somehow, use this information. If not, whatever. Thank you guys.